in central New York.
Well, we do have that lake effect warning around parts of central New York, and needless to say, when the snow came down on Friday, there were problems. This was an accident involving a tractor trailer in Little Falls. It closed Route 169 there. The town of Paris, which is nearby, also had lots of closed road because it got dumped on by the lake effect, Molly. As we know, it was spotty. Places were fine. Places had lots of snow.
Exactly, and that's what we were trying to tell you all last week, is that Friday was going to be a big day, but it wasn't going to snow all day long in every place in central New York. That's just not how lake effect works. It's very tricky, and that's why it's a day that you have to keep checking the radar. Here's the good news. There are no lake effect warnings, watches, advisories, alerts of any kind in effect in central New York right now. Whew, we get a break. But that does not mean flakes will not fall today. It's just going to be a different kind of weather. And you can see that on Triple Doppler, brought to you by RomanoCars.com. This stripe of snowfall, it's not falling heavy in here. I think as this moves through central New York, we will see some flakes fall. Winds will pick up, so we might get into some blowing snow. But this is only going to drop, I think, less than an inch of snow in most places across the area. Maybe over the higher terrain to the north and south of Syracuse, an inch. That's it, which is a big change from yesterday. It's later on this evening, and this is why we're in weather alert mode, because as many of you head out and about after sunset for your New Year's Eve plans, I think a weather system will be moving through right at that time, where it will create the biggest impacts is to the north of Syracuse, through the Mohawk Valley, through Herkimer County, and through northern Oneida County over the higher terrain. That's where snow will stack up a little bit more and where we may see some more impacts. So let's time this out for you with a Futurecast. By 8 or 9 o'clock, that stripe of snow is moving through Syracuse, temperatures slowly rising out of the 20s and even above freezing by the end of the day. It's up to the north that system may hang on just a little bit longer as temperatures are a bit cooler, still hanging back below freezing across the North Country. It's because of that heart of the cooler air that seems to take place over the higher elevations that we'll see more impacts there. Then this system moves through by 5 o'clock on Saturday. As of right now, latest storm track actually pushes it a little bit further south of Syracuse. I don't know if I buy that. Every other model run has had this cruising right through central New York, so I'm still going to keep the risk for some impacts across the entire central New York area through the evening. It may start as a little bit of drizzly rain, maybe some patchy, icy mix. Then we all transition over to some light to moderate snowfall for a few hours, and that will allow snow to accumulate. But most of accumulation will be up to the north. All of this comes to an end by early Sunday. We may get into a little bit more lake effect, but again, no watches or warnings right now, so I think this is going to be pretty weak, and it won't really account for any accumulation. But the first day of the new year, aside from those flurries and lake clouds, it's quiet and on the mild side in the mid-30s. So Futurecast snowfall during the day today. That quick blast that moves through in the early morning, not a whole lot, a trace to up to an inch in some places. There may be some lake enhancement just off the shore of Lake Ontario. Overnight tonight, as that new system moves through, look for 1 to 2 inches in the hills to the south of Syracuse and through Madison and Shenango County. Up near the Tug, we may get up to 2 to 5 inches in the very tippy-top peaks of the highest terrain. So that's what you got to keep in mind. For the rest of the 7-day forecast, I think as long as you take it easy on the way home from your New Year's Eve plans, 2017 starts out pretty nice. In fact, we have some mild weather in the forecast midweek with rain, not snow, but we turn chilly to end the week on Thursday and Friday. So